All right, I want to talk to you a little bit about this story with the Christmas Day bomber. It is absolutely absurd how everyone is tiptoeing around the idea that he is a fucking terrorist. I have never before seen a better example of like racial discrimination and how our society treats white dudes. White dude literally suicide bombs a building and nobody says it's terrorism. Can you imagine if someone connected to Black Lives Matter, someone connected to Islam did something like that on Christmas Day? We would be having Christmas Day bomber 24/7, Islam terrorism out of control. Fucking every single news every single news corporation and media conglomerate would be pumping that out non-stop. Non-fucking stop. Sure you have. If he's white, he ain't a terrorist. Could someone get me that Family Guy meme where it's like light-skinned, troubled lone wolf, dark-skinned Islamic terrorist? We'd have Republicans try to make BLM a terrorist group. Oh, God. They already tried. They already named Antifa a terrorist group. Anthony Warner did not die in the blast. He was a suicide bomber who committed terrorism and killed himself with a car bomb that took out an entire city block on Christmas Day. Media demonized Tamir Rice for holding a toy at a park, but won't call a white suicide bomber what he is. Jaded as I am, I still think it's kind of jarring that a suicide bomber blew himself up in a major U.S. city on Christmas Day, and not a word from the President of the United States. Not a fucking word.
Clues in the mysterious Christmas Day bombing in Nashville, Tennessee. Police releasing this new video of the moment of the blast. Authorities now say the alleged bomber died in the attack. And tonight, the hunt for a motive and what a neighbor of the suspect said about one of their last conversations, the chilling statement. ABC's Marcus Moore on the scene in Nashville for us again tonight.
Tonight, dramatic body camera video shows the moment that Christmas Day explosion rocked downtown Nashville.
Unfucking
In the chilling
believable.
video, you see the RV parked along the street, and moments later, the blast. And then the chaos. Dazed survivors emerging from the cloud of smoke and rubble. Tonight, investigators combing the scene of the Christmas Day blast in downtown Nashville.
They freaking destroyed a traffic light.
Anthony Quinn Warner blew himself up inside his RV in front of an AT&T building, but they still don't know why.
He was not on our radar.
Sources tell ABC News investigators are looking at a theory that Warner may have been motivated, at least in part, by a paranoia over 5G cell technology. Conspiracy theories falsely allege 5G networks can weaken the immune system, among other things. The RV that exploded closely matches one seen in a Google image outside Warner's home taken in May of 2019. Officials say Warner recently transferred the deed to the home to a woman in California, but it's unclear why. And tonight, word that Warner reportedly told a neighbor last week that Nashville and the world, quote,
wow,
is never going to forget me.
You can still hear the alarms going off, and you can see it looks like something you'd see from a war movie.
Officers initially responded to a report of shots fired downtown early Christmas morning when they found that RV parked in front of an AT&T building broadcasting a female voice. 6 responding officers raced to roust residents and get them to safety before the blast knocked several of them to the ground.
I saw the biggest flames I've ever seen, the biggest explosion.
But no one was seriously hurt.
I feel very lucky to be alive. Christmas will never be the same for any of us.
Those officers truly brave. Marcus joins us live now. Marcus, I want to go back to the alleged bomber's neighbor who said in his last conversation with him, he asked him jokingly, is Santa going to bring you anything good for Christmas? Warner, the alleged bomber, then saying, oh yeah, Nashville and the world is never going to forget me. What else are you hearing from the neighbor?
Well, he says that he knew him, but not personally, that no one really seemed to know Warner very well outside of the casual neighborly hello. Also, there were no red flags, nothing to indicate that he was capable of something like this. The FBI tonight still trying to find a motive.
Online radicalization.
Hi,
chat.
everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks.
Online radicalization.
Breaking developments in the Christmas explosion that rocked downtown Nashville. Federal authorities are now confirming.
Was he acting out against fake news, CNN, since AT&T parent company was targeted? I think he was more focusing on the 5G shit. But honestly, we don't have any evidence other than what, kind of the initial report is.
63-year-old Anthony Quinn Warner.
He also thought there's also a thought he was trying to take out the AT&T building because they thought it was an NSA routing center. Yeah, I know. We talked about that the other day.
Evidence, surveillance.
Oh yeah, SXN linked this to me. I requested it. This handy chart is forever relevant. This is forever relevant, chat. Mentally disturbed terrorist. He was a Dr. Disrespecter subscriber. Oh no. Oh no. La Casa. Have you ever heard of Suge Knight? Not Suge Knight. I think he's in prison. It's these rocks. It's rock. Can we get some Suge Knights in the chat? Shungite. Shungite. Not Suge Knight. Shungite. Oh no 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. All right, let's get back to how they identified him.
Footage that captured an audio warning playing from the parked RV in the moments leading up to the blast. A second angle shows the deadly force damage across multiple city blocks. Phone communications knocked out. Tonight, the FBI confirms DNA from human remains recovered at this crime scene belongs to Warner. His exact motive remains a mystery. And tonight, chilling new details from the hero officers who raced to evacuate residents. Some call it a Christmas miracle that no one else was killed. ABC's Marcus Moore leads us off tonight in Nashville.
Tonight, investigators identifying the bomber behind the Christmas Day RV explosion that rocked downtown Nashville.
Oh my gosh.
Officials calling 63-year-old Anthony Quinn Warner the suspect and confirming his remains were found at the scene.
An individual named
Remains
Anthony,
might be a little bit grandiose for what
Warner
they found.
Is the bomber. That he was present when the bomb went off and that he perished in the bombing. We base this conclusion on forensic evidence, including DNA evidence.
Tonight, for the first time, the hero officers reliving the moments they rushed to evacuate residents just minutes before the RV exploded.
So I feel very lucky to be alive.
Officer Brenna Hosey among the first to start banging on doors.
We spoke to a mom. She said it was a female police officer came to them. Do you remember that moment?
We needed her to evacuate. She said, okay, let me get my kids. And that kind of just like put my heart up in my throat.
As the officers scrambled, they described an ominous recording coming from the RV, warning of an imminent explosion, and then music.
It's downtown by Petulia Clark.
At 6:30 that morning, the RV exploded, sending a powerful shockwave through the city. Officer Wells was closest to the blast and had been trying to reach fellow officer Amanda Topping.
I literally hear God tell me to turn around and go check on Topping, who was by herself down on Broadway. And as I turned around, for me, it felt like I only took 3 steps. And then the music stopped, and as I'm walking back toward Topping now, I just see orange, and then I hear a loud boom. And as I'm stumbling, because it rocked me that hard, I started stumbling. I just tell myself to stay on your feet, stay alive.
The force of the blast left Officer Wells with temporary hearing loss, but thankful to escape.
I've never grabbed somebody so hard in my life.
In the search for answers, investigators are focusing on at least 2 different locations in suburban Nashville. ABC News obtaining this video of agents carrying out bags of evidence at a home associated with Warner. A Google Maps image of the house from May of 2019 shows what appears to be
We saw the RV. We saw the RV thing already.
These officers more bonded and a community great.
The propaganda. Oh my God.
Heroes.
Come on.
I feel like, we had a Christmas miracle. We
we have 2 angels.
I mean, the guy, he put an announcement in the bomb saying to evacuate. So I appreciate the cops, you know, going around and evacuating people, but god damn it, man.
Show up on our doorstep dressed in police uniforms on Christmas morning.
Many in Nashville counting their blessings tonight. Marcus Moore joins us now from Nashville. And Marcus, it sounds like investigators believe that Warner was acting alone.
Yeah, that's right, Lindsay. They
They
also
did not
said
stop
that
the
he was
bomb,
not on
folks.
any law enforcement agency's radar before this. The mayor said it is possible that the AT&T building on the block where this happened was the target. And late today, multiple sources tell ABC News that investigators believe Warner was motivated, at least in part, by paranoia over 5G technology. Lindsay.
Still unclear exactly what that motivation was. Marcus Moore in Nashville.
And okay, there's body cam footage of the explosion, so let's check that out. If I can catch you to it. Holy shit, that's the RV. Holy shit. Look how close that cop was at one point. 350, I think? Okay. Holy shit. They got very close to the RV there. All right, yeah, okay. Yeah, the body cam, so he wasn't looking at the blast. And they walked to it. And then you see those people. That wasn't as dramatic as he got very, very close. Very, very close.